What is going on, guys? It is Zeo here, and quickly before this video starts, I just want to say that I am not a professional. These are just tips that I use to get out of Prospect, so they're just Prospect / Challenger tips to get you guys out of that dreaded rank. So please don't hate in the comments saying I'm too noob to give my tips, because that's not true. People can use the tips that I'm using right now to get out of Prospect for themselves, but I also want to say that I put so much effort into this video, so if you guys did like it, please support it. But other than that, I will let you guys get right into the video. Welcome to the video, guys, and I just want to simply thank each and every one of you for clicking on this video, because you all want to know the same thing, and that is how to get out of Prospect in Rocket League. Prospect is like the exact same rank as being silver in CSGO. It gets shit on in every single YouTube video you watch, no one wants it, and everybody just strives to get out of it. And what I'm striving to do is try and help you guys get out of that dreaded rank. Alright, the first tip I'm going to be giving you guys is that you need to find your playing style before you go into ranked in Rocket League. Whether you're offensive, defensive, or both, you need to figure that out before you start playing seriously. In the background, you're seeing some gameplay in a Challenger / Prospect Elite game. I'm playing really defensively in this game, and you'll see how a defensive player plays. You guys are also going to recognize that I am not playing defense the entire time. I go to offense and switch my teammates off and on throughout the entire game, but mainly I am playing defense. But the times I do go for offensive shots, I make them, and it was just a really good game for me in general, but I just want you guys to see what you can accomplish by following these tips. So number one tip is find your playing style. In the background, you're going to see the gameplay change like 3 or 4 times throughout the video, and I want you guys to just watch and see what happens through each type of gameplay and how I'm doing what I'm doing. It may sound or look confusing by how I'm portraying it, but I can guarantee you, if you guys are following along and listening to the video and you apply it to your game, you are going to slowly get better. That brings me on to my next tip, and that is finding the right people to play with you. This tip only applies to people that are going to be playing standard or doubles with friends that they are queuing with. So I don't want you guys to play with people who are way worse than you. Even if they're your friends, you need to just wait till they get better or help them get better or whatever, but don't play ranked with them, because that's only going to bring you down. You need to find someone who's at the same playing level as you, maybe a little bit better, but not too much better, because you do not want to be carried. That is the last thing you want, because as soon as he's gone, you guys are going to get absolutely shit on in the real world of Rocket League. So whether it's someone you meet online, your friend, your relative, your cousin, I don't care. Just find someone that you can play with that's at around the same playing level as you, that can help you get out of that nasty rank they call Prospect. Now, you may think this next tip is a little bit unnecessary, but believe me, in the long run, this can make a big difference in your gameplay. Choosing the right car for you is ultimately one of the biggest decisions you're going to have to make in Rocket League. Whether it's the Octane, or the Dominus, or the Breakout, you have to find the one that works for you. The main ones that everyone uses are the ones that I just listed off, but you guys can experiment and figure out which one is the best one for you. I personally prefer to use the Octane. It feels like you're moving fast, I hit my aerials really good with it, and I'm just ultimately better with it than I am with any other vehicle. Just because I'm using the Octane doesn't mean you guys have to. I don't want you guys to copy exactly everything you see in this video. I want you guys to find out what works for you, your playstyle, and everything like that. So experiment with the cars, figure out what works best for you, and use that car. I believe there are sites that you can go to and see stats on cars, hitboxes, and stuff like that. You guys are going to have to do that on your own time, and don't quote me on it, I'm not 100% sure, but there is ways for you to check what car is the best. Alright, so guys, the next tip is learn your aerials. Aerials are what make the difference between a great player and a good player. So if you want to be that great player that you're trying to be, you need to learn aerials. Without them, you're never going to be that player that you want to be. In my opinion, the best way to learn aerials is this training. As you guys can see in the background, I am using the training that is being provided by Psyonix in the Rocket League menus. You guys will easily be able to find it, and I suggest using it to the full potential, and just keep doing it until you pretty much win all of them. Start with rookie and slowly make your way up. Do striker, aerials, and goalie, and once you guys have done all that, you can go into customs and find even harder ones like cherry picker, advanced goaltending, advanced aerials, and stuff like that. Another great way to learn aerials is practice them in games, because it makes a big difference when you're pressured making these shots than in training where you're just by yourself and you know no one's going to come and take the ball. If you guys don't know how to do aerials, I'll link a aerial video in the description if I remember, but pretty much all you do is you jump, tilt your car up, and press B. That's the simple way to do an aerial. There's also double jump aerials where you hit it twice and then go up, and you'll go up way faster. I'm not going to provide the gameplay of showing you guys how to do aerials, but I will link that video as I just said. But you guys can go take a look if you want to. If you already know how to do them, good for you guys. Just keep practicing them, because that is going to make you a lot better Rocket League player. Finally, the last way to learn aerials, and that is by watching other people. Go on YouTube, watch some guides, watch some good YouTubers like professionals, and just watch them do their aerials. This will provide you with some great examples of how to do aerials, and you'll be able to put it into your own gameplay, and hopefully with that you'll be able to be a great Rocket League player. Now, I don't want you guys going into aerials thinking that they're going to be really easy, because they truly are not. It's a big learning curve, and it took me so long to learn them. So please don't beat yourselves up if you cannot do it at first. Keep practicing, keep trying, and eventually you will get it, I promise you. Next, we're going to move on to our next tip, and that is goaltending. Goaltending is just like aerials. It is a must-have if you want to be a great player. 90% of your matches, you'll play goalie at least one time within that match. Doesn't matter if you're playing with great players, bad players, good players, doesn't matter, because there's so much rotation in Rocket League. You need to learn to play both offense and defense. So just like aerials, practice by watching people, training, and in games, and just stuff like that. Having a defensive mindset in Rocket League is way better than having an offensive mindset, because defense always comes first in Rocket League. Defense wins games more than offense does. Now, I don't know why Rocket League is like this, but learn to have a defensive mindset. It's going to win more games than if you have an offensive mindset. Now, I wanted to keep this tip short and sweet because it's the exact same thing as aerials. Just do the exact same stuff to learn it, and you will perform way better. Now we move on to this next tip, and this next tip is a really simple tip that can improve your game a lot, and this is going into your settings. Your settings are a huge part of the way you play, especially the camera, but you can turn off your cross-network play so you don't have to play with anyone from any other networks if you don't want to, like PC, you don't have to play with Xbox if you don't want to, if that's a big thing for you, but your camera is the biggest. You can change some of this stuff, and it can change the way you look at the game. You can hit more aerials, you can hit more saves with the goalie. It's just way easier to play when you have the right settings for you. But like anything new, if you do change your camera that you've been using for the longest time, it is going to take some getting used to, but trust me, it can greatly benefit your game in the end, if it is done correctly to your standards. Alright, so guys, this is going to bring me to my last tip of this video, and if you guys stuck around this long, thank you so much. It means so much to me to have this support. Even if it's just 1 or 2 people, it means a lot to me. So thank you for that, guys. Alright, so let's just get right into this last tip. And this tip isn't about playing the game. It's more about your attitude towards the game. If you have a bad attitude towards the game, you're obviously going to be playing a lot differently than someone who's just playing it for fun. And I'm not saying you should have a really, really loose attitude towards the game if you want to get really good. But you also shouldn't be getting mad at your teammates every time they do something wrong, because people are going to make mistakes, and you have to remember that when you're playing Rocket League. Now, on the other hand of that, you can tell people when they are doing something wrong and try and correct them. Just don't be mean about it. Constructive criticism is going to bring them a long way, as well as you. You can learn from other people's mistakes. Just, like I said, don't freak out at them, because that's not going to help them at all. Just try and help them as good as you can, because remember, other people are just starting out, and remember how you are when you first started out. So don't beat them up if they do something wrong. So just remember, have a good attitude when you're playing Rocket League. Stay serious if you want to, if that's your game style. If you're just having fun, have fun. It's all up to you guys how you guys want to play the game. So don't beat other people up if they're not playing it how you want it to, because it is, in their end, their choice how they want to play. But anyways, guys, that's just going to conclude my last tip. And I think there's like 7 or 8 tips in this video. And if they helped you out, please leave me a like. If they didn't, then dislike the video and tell me what you would have liked to add into this video. But anyways, guys, I think I did a really good job on it. It took me so long to make this video, hours and hours of work and just editing this. This is the first video that I've taken the time to really edit, because I really wanted it to come out good to help people. But anyways, guys, this has been Zero. Subscribe if you're new, and I will see you in the next video.